Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. As you come on in, state your name and where you're from. State your name and where you're from. Hello, hello. Blessings to you all. Blessings to you all. If you can go ahead and share the video and tag your 4 people. Hello, I'm not going to be on here long. Blessings to you, Spain. Blessings to you, Brittany. Blessings as you come on, state your name, where you're from. Go ahead and share the video and tag your 4 people. I'm not going to be on here long, but I do want to just encourage you, give you an encouraging word and give you some insight, and I'm excited. If this is your first time tuning in, just hashtag first time, and the person that invited you, whether you're watching the replay or the live. All right. God bless you, Joy. God bless you, Joy. All right. You all, listen, we are in that season where you got to speak up and you got to speak out. But I'm actually on here to talk to you all about different things, actually, because how long have you been saying to yourself, this is my season? How long have you been saying to yourself, this is my time? How long have you been saying to yourself, this is my turn? God bless you, Quinn. As you come on, state your name and where you're from so we can see that you're in the building. Press that share button. Go ahead and tag 4 people that you believe need to hear this message tonight. All right. So how long have you been saying that to yourself? Have you constantly told yourself that this is my time, this is my turn, I'm gonna do it, this is gonna be the year, this is gonna be the time that I do it? And it just seems like different things hit you the moment you decide to make a move, or some people say bust a move, right? The moment you decide that you're going to do something different, the moment you decide that you're going to actually take that leap of faith, the moment you decide that this is the year that I'm going to take off the limits, and I'm not going to let nothing hinder me. I'm not going to let my job hinder me. I'm not going to let my financial situation hinder me. Have y'all been there where y'all constantly say, if you have, talk back to me, where you constantly say it to yourself, this is it for me. This is it for me. It's either now or never, right? You say that, you say those things like the favor of God is on me. And you know what? I have been in prayer, and I'm going in as we go into the month of May, I'll be doing 31 days of prayer, 31 days of prayer. And I am here. God bless you, Glorstein. I am here to tell y'all some stuff that God has just been dissecting on the inside of me that I believe is going to help you. And I'm going to be real. I need you to be ready for next month's series, because, man, I'm in my study and God is showing me so much with the series Raising the Bar. And I am just like, whoa, wait a minute. So I'm ready for that. If you haven't shared the video, go ahead and share the video, press share, and tag. But this is the thing, you guys. So God has really been giving me some stuff. And, we have been taught, have faith. I got to believe. I got to trust in the Lord with all of my heart. Lean not to my own understanding. I'm going to help you with that right there. When they say lean not to my own understanding. Now, there's something that I want you to really understand when they say lean not to my own understanding. I need you to understand, and this is going to help you tonight. This is going to help you that there are some teachings, there are some things that gave you the understanding that you have, but where you're trying to go, those people that taught it to you have never been there. Oh man, I need you to understand something. When they say lean not to your own understanding, there are some things that you understand right now because you were taught by somebody that didn't have the faith that you got right now. You got to understand that the Bible says, lean not to your own understanding. And it's your own understanding, but it has been provided to you by somebody that never saw as big as you see. But the Bible says, lean not to your own understanding. The Bible says, trust in the Lord with all of your heart. You got to trust him so much that when he brings new people in your life to shift your understanding, you cannot afford to lean on your own understanding, because some of the things that have been planted on the inside of you were planted by people that settled, that were planted by people that are never going to see millions, that were planted by people that didn't believe in miracle signs and wonders, that were planted by people that only had small faith. But you're trying to have big faith. You're trying to have gigantic faith. So you got to understand that when he say lean not to your own understanding, you got to understand that there is some dysfunction. Oh man, there is some stuff going on with your current understanding that's hindering you from the place in which God said you can have. Now I need you to understand this. I need you, and I hope I'm helping you tonight, because I need you to understand. Some of you have prayed. I mean, you've constantly prayed for a change. You've constantly prayed that God do something different. If you liking this and loving it, I want you to press share and tag your 4 people. But listen, I need you to understand, some of you, I mean, you praying, you seeking God, and you're like, God, there is no change. That's because there has to be a shifting in your understanding, because your understanding, oh man, your understanding will cause you to not see what may be in front of you. Your understanding may cause you to place limitations on your situation, limitations on God, because your understanding is not used to it, and is not familiar with what God is instructing. That's why he said, lean not to your own understanding. See, some of you been praying that you get out of that financial situation. Some of you been praying that you get out of that hole. Some of you been praying that you get out that pit. But the thing is, you still leaning on your own understanding to get out of a place. And I'm not saying that you don't know enough, but what I need you to understand is, if you are not around people that I'm finna help you. If you are not around people that are where you're trying to go, you cannot afford to lean on your own understanding. Like a prime example, if you are sick in your body, you cannot afford to hang around people that are constantly sick. You got to hang around people that were sick, but yet they became healed. You got to begin to hang around people that when they were in their lowest place, God brought them out. But if you are continuously hanging around other sick people, you're going to become sicker. Why? Because there is no miracle in the room. There is, come on now, there is no testimony in the room. So you got to get around people that have a testimony of what you're dealing with. They came out, they were brought out. I'm trying to help you. And so some of you are trying to live a better lifestyle. Some of you are trying to get to a place where your finances are in a better state. Some of you are trying to get out of the place of struggle, but everybody around you is struggling. You got to understand, you can't lean to your own understanding, because your own understanding will tell you that y'all can come up together. Your own understanding will tell you we at the bottom together, but we gonna come up together. Your own understanding will say that even though I'm at the bottom right now with you, you still smart enough to help me get to the next level. Can I help you? No, that is incorrect understanding. I'm finna help somebody. That is incorrect understanding. Why am I saying that? Because if you are trying to get to a new address and yet you remain at the same address, my God Almighty, can I help y'all tonight? If I'm helping you, I just want you to say you helping me and share the video. But listen, watch this. Now, what I need you to understand is, if you're living at a certain address, if you're living at a certain address and you're living at that address with somebody else, watch this, and you're helping that person with rent, you helping that person with rent, do you really think that person wants you to come up? Do you really think that person wants you to move? Because if you move, then they will be in a worse position or predicament than what they are. Why? Because their understanding, their thought process tells them that they need you. Your thought process tells you that you need them. But what you don't understand is going to be that separation that gets you to the place that you imagine in your head. Because as long as you remain at that particular address, you will never move to another address that's better than your current location. Oh man, I need you to catch this. So sometimes your understanding will cause you to become comfortable in a situation and you're like, wait a minute, time out. But what you don't understand is how in the world do you plan to get out of the hood when everybody around you is living in the hood? If you want to get to the suburban, if you want to get to a place where you're living where the middle class is, if you want to get to the place where you're living where the wealthy is, it is time that you get uncomfortable, and it is time that you stop leaning to your own understanding and you start connecting to some people that's going to make you uncomfortable. You start connecting to some people that going to make you feel dumb. Why? Because you're going to realize that what you thought was important was only a hindrance. Man, can I help somebody? So many people think as long as I'm rocking the Michael Kors, as long as I'm rocking the Nike, as long as I'm rocking the wardrobe, as long as I'm doing that, then I look like money. Can I help you? I'm not trying to look like money in this season. I'm trying to have money in this season. I'm going to say that again. I'm not trying to look like money in this season. I am trying to have money in this season. So many of you have spoken millions over your life. So many of you have spoken a come up over your life. Some of you have spoken an upgrade over your life. But at the end of the day, you are caught up in the image of your surrounding because your understanding has told you that this is how I come up. But that is not how you come up. You have to stop leaning to your own understanding because it's your understanding, that keeps you in cycles. It's your understanding that keeping you stuck. And if you want to shift, if you want to be moved, you got to get to a place where you say, I'm shutting down my understanding and I'm receiving a new understanding, my God, because if my understanding was it, then I will not be in the predicament I'm in right now. Can I help somebody? God did not design or create us to struggle. How do I know that? Because when the Israelites were slaves in Egypt, God did what he had to do to get them out of Egypt. And he said, I am coming for you. And he came for them using a vessel by the name of Moses. And he said, I am pulling you out of the place of bondage. I am pulling you out of the place of Lodabar. Watch this. I'm going to help somebody tonight. I am pulling you out of the place of slavery. I am pulling you out of the place of Egyptians taught you that it is better to be in captivity. The Egyptians taught you that it is better to be in lack. The Egyptians taught you that it is better for you to be a slave. And that's why the Israelites, every time they got in a bind, they wanted to go back to the familiar place because their understanding told them that that was the better place. Even though they wanted freedom, even though they wanted the promised land, every time the enemy threw something at them, they would rather go back to a familiar place, which was actually a worse predicament because they were taught and they gained understanding that this was the place they belonged. I need somebody to say, I'm rebuking my understanding. I'm rebuking my understanding of comfort zone. I'm rebuking my understanding, my God Almighty. I'm rebuking my understanding now in the mighty name of Jesus. Some of you got to say, I am rebuking this thing. Some of you have to say, I am rebuking it because it's my understanding that has literally put me in a predicament where I'm repeating the same thing every year. I am speaking the same thing every year. I need you to catch it because the Israelites followed Moses. They followed Moses. They saw the hand of God. They saw God literally divide the Red Sea. So they saw miracles. They saw signs. But it was their understanding that was given to them by someone who positioned them in a place where they wanted to be. Now, what am I saying? No, I'm not saying that your enemy gave you your understanding. What I'm telling you is this. If you are a dream chaser, if you are someone with a big dream, that does not mean that the people around you or the people that taught you had dreams to the capacity in which you have them. So they're teaching you from the scale that they are on. And if you were brought up in a mediocre home, if you were brought up in a home of content, if you were brought up in a home where we don't have to stay in a two-story, we don't have to have the fancy home, but as long as we are together, then your understanding of that is what you grasp. But as you got older, you realized inside of you that you desired something greater, but it's your understanding that was installed in you where it seems like you're reliving a cycle or you're reliving something that you said you never wanted. And it's because you are leaning to your own understanding. See, your own understanding, it will tell you you can make excuses not to get up and get the job done. Your own understanding will say that you can make the excuses not to go out there and get the funds. Your own understanding will tell you to spend the money and blow the money instead of save the money and invest the money. Your own understanding will do this. And you have to understand, but what you are decreeing and declaring upon your life cannot be determined by your current understanding. It has to be determined by a renewing. It has to be determined by a new type of understanding. And that understanding can only be formed by a new environment, by a new group of people, by a new type of discipline, because the way you understand discipline is not the discipline needed for you to get to where you said that you wanted to go. You said you wanted your name to be great. You said you didn't want to live in that area anymore. You said you wanted to drive a better car. You said you wanted a promotion. You said you wanted to own the business. You said you wanted to flow fluently in the ministry. You said you wanted to give your children a better life. This is the things that came out of your mouth. But you have to understand, just because it came out of your mouth does not mean it's in alignment with your current understanding. And so what you have to begin to understand is there is something that I have to do differently. I have to shift my understanding, and I cannot shift my understanding by just saying, Lord, I shift my understanding. I can only shift my understanding by getting in a different position. I hope I'm helping you. If I'm helping you, share the video, tag your 4 people. Listen. The way you shift your understanding, is by getting into a new position. This new position is not a comfortable position. It is an uncomfortable position. You already know how to speak those things into the atmosphere as though it already is. You already know how to speak healing upon your body. But what you're lacking is the discipline to get in alignment. You're lacking the understanding of what it's going to actually take to gain what you're trying to have, what you're trying to possess, what you're trying to inherit. You got to understand. So even though we're speaking those things, you got to understand, Israelites spoke freedom upon their life, but it wasn't a poof moment. It wasn't, oh, you're a slave, and then poof, you're free. It was processed. They had to do work, and their working contained walking. Their working contained going through wilderness, going through valleys. Their working contained crossing over different nations, crossing over different territories, crossing over different hurdles, and still believing that there was a promised land that they would enter. And can I help you? Everyone that started the journey did not end with the journey. Oh man, to the point where even the one that was leading the journey did not even enter into the promised land. So that lets me know, watch this, that my understanding will be shifted by not just one person I'm connected to, but multiple people. And I may not be connected to them at the same time, but I will be connected to them within seasons of my life. As I begin to maneuver over the hurdles, as I begin to climb over the mountains, as I begin to go through the valleys, I may not be with the same people, but the people that I'm going to be with is going to shift my understanding to a place where I will not be like Lot's wife, and I will not turn into a pillar of salt, because I did not get on this journey to turn and fail. I did not speak these things over my life so that I could not see them prosper. I did not say that I was going to be wealthy to die and not see it. I did not say it because it sounded good. I said it because I saw it. I said it because every time I close my eyes, I'm living in the house that I claimed. I said it because every time I close my eyes, I see myself with the multi-billion-dollar business. I said it because every time I close my eyes, I see my children living a better life. I did not say it because of the way it sounded. I said it because I saw it. I saw it in my darkest place. I saw it when I saw the light. I still saw it. My God. And because of that, the only thing that is hindering me is my type of understanding. I'm understanding on a mediocre level. I'm understanding in a place of content. I'm understanding at the place that I'm at right now. But I have to shift my understanding. I have to shift it to the place in where I'm going. That means I have to shift into a new position. And this position is going to say, you got to wake up before time. You got to go to sleep when you don't feel like it. You got to, oh my God Almighty, you got to read when you don't want to read. You have to receive impartations that you don't want to receive. You have to allow yourself to get uncomfortable for the place that only the unseen can see. You got to get to a place, my God, where you get so uncomfortable that people say you're acting brand new. Why you're not gossiping anymore? Why aren't we talking anymore? Because the time I spent on the phone, I have a book in my hand. The time I spent gossiping, I'm listening to another mentor. My God, the time I spent spending money, I'm now saving for my destiny. I'm saving for my future. Why? Because I'm no longer leaning to my own understanding. I'm not saying my mama didn't know what she was talking about. I'm not saying my daddy didn't know what he was talking about. But what I am saying in this hour is what they imparted in me was on the level they were on. But the level I'm going higher, I got to receive from somebody that's already there. Somebody that's at the top of the mountain and saying, oh, there is the rope. Let me pull you up. My God Almighty. I'm not trying to look down. I'm not trying to look down and see if I can hear you from the valley because you were okay with being in the valley. I'm not trying to hear the directions from somebody that said I'm okay in the valley. I need to hear directions from somebody that's at the peak of the mountain because they are at the place that I spoke over my life. And I need to know, how do I get to that place? I need you to understand, you cannot lean to your own understanding because you don't know. Because you don't know. I know you're like, wait, time out. No, you don't know. You don't know. Because your understanding is only enough for the level in which it was taught. You have to be taught from the level you're trying to go. You have to be taught on that level. Let me tell you. I'm going to use church for example. You have some churches, and I'm not going to put it in the category. I'm going to let you do that. You have some churches that only focus, I'm not even going to say churches. You have some leaders that only focus on you making it to heaven, but they don't focus on you experiencing heaven on earth. I'm going to say that again. So you have some leaders that only focus on you entering into heaven, but they don't focus on you getting a taste of heaven on earth. But the Bible says that you can have a taste of heaven on earth. That means that heaven was opened up and you receive the blessings and the favor that heaven has. Oh man, I'm trying to help somebody. And so what you have to understand is this. You have some pastors that focus on you just getting to heaven. You getting to a place that is after this life. But what about your current state? What about your current life? What is the purpose of you seeing something that you don't currently experience? Why would God give you a vision bigger than your now if he did not give you provision to actually live it? See, God is not giving you these visions because you're crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, right? No, he's letting you see yourself at a better state. Why? Because he wants to give it to you. He designed for you to get it. Can I help somebody? When you were formed in your mother's womb, you had a conversation with God. And that conversation consisted of some of the visions that you're seeing. That conversation consisted, oh man, can I help somebody? Can I help you tonight? That conversation consisted of the type of lifestyle that you have. That's why you're having the visions. The visions, oh, can I help you? I don't want to get too deep for some of y'all, but that's why the vision came to you. It came from a memory when you were in the womb. Can I help somebody? It came from a memory when you had a conversation with God, but I know that went over some of y'all head because that's too deep for y'all, but I'm trying to help y'all. So it came from a place that was already discussed. Hello? You ain't just wake up in the morning and say, I want this. No. God had already promised it to you. Hello? He said he knew you before the foundations of this world. He knew you before you was in your mother's womb. Hello? If he knew you, that means y'all had conversation. Because the only way you can know somebody, you got to converse with them. Hello. And as you converse with them, as you mingle with them, you build a relationship. Therefore, you know them, right? So therefore, you have to understand that there was a conversation that you and God had before you was even brought into this world. And your vision is bringing back memory. Why? Because your vision, it consists of your purpose. And your purpose was discussed before you was even planted on this earth. And so you have to understand that if you were designed to be wealthy, that's the only reason you see wealth. But the thing is, you were designed to be wealthy. Your mom and your dad may not have been created to be wealthy, but those are the ones that gave you the understanding in which you have right now. But it's your job to get into a new position to receive from somebody that has already gained that wealth. I'm trying to help you tonight and understand. You were not designed to struggle. You just got to get in position. And you got to stop leaning to your own understanding, because your understanding is messing you up. Your understanding is keeping you in a place where you're like, oh, I feel stuck. How many of y'all feel stuck? And the reason you feel stuck is because your vision is bigger than where you are. The reason you feel stuck is because your vision won't go nowhere. The reason you feel stuck is because you're being hunted by a vision that's greater than the lifestyle you are living right now. And the reason you're being hunted by it is because it's a part of your DNA, and you have to tap into it so you can receive it and live it. And you have to do it if you have children, because your children were designed to live a greater life than the vision that you have for yourself. So that means if you see wealth for you, your children are going to be wealthier than you. And in order for them to get to that place, you got to get into another place, and you got to shift your understanding so you can give them an impartation, not an impartation from the place you are right now, but an impartation from the place that you have envisioned yourself going. You have to understand that in order for your children to possess something greater than you got to start working. You got to start shifting. You got to get in the new position so you do not impart in them your lowest place. So you do not impart in them your now place, but you impart in them the place that was visualized for you. I need you to say to yourself, wait a minute, time out. So you're telling me this whole time I've been living a cycle and I've been stuck because I've been leaning on my own understanding. Yes, because some of you have been taught if you just break into a praise dance, your breakthrough is coming. Can I tell you, your breakthrough comes with a shifting of actions. Oh man. Oh, some of you really thought if you just break in a dance and you break in a shout, boom, that's your breakthrough. But see, the teachers are not teaching. Oh man, the teachers are not teaching. You get your breakthrough by shifting in different positions. And as you shift in a different position, oh man, can I tell you, when you're working a job, right? Say you start a job and you start that job at $15 an hour and you speaking over your life that you're gonna make $22 an hour. And you watch this now. And so then an opportunity comes for you to get a promotion, but you don't take that opportunity, but you keep speaking, you're going to make $22 an hour. How in the world are you going to make $22 an hour when your position says that you only can make $15 an hour? The only way you can make the 22 is you got to shift and take on another position. You cannot stay in the same position, but want something greater. You got to shift into a different position that brings on and has what you are looking for. Some of you, what you are looking for is not in your current state, it's not in your current position, and that's why you can't get it. I understand you got faith, but the Bible says faith without works is dead. I don't care how many times you plow in the ground, if the ground is dead, nothing is going to grow. You're going to have to shift and position yourself to new ground, that ground that has harvest, that ground that is fertile, and you're going to have to plow that ground. You cannot plow something dead, stagnated and stuck and expect it to grow. No, that means you got to move your feet. You got to shift. You got to shift. So a lot of people are saying to themselves that they are looking for a breakthrough, right? And if this is blessing you, share the video. If you haven't share, tag it for. I'm trying to help you because we have constantly been told breakthrough is coming. Oh, all I gotta do is break up and shout. Woo, 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 woo. There it is. Boom, boom. Down. Breakthrough. No, breakthrough takes ethics. It takes work ethic. It takes positioning, repositioning. It takes shifting. That's what breakthrough does. Okay. So what you got to understand is a breakthrough. You're breaking through something. In order to break through something, you have to move. You have to go into a different position. There is no way possible you can look at a wall and expect it to break. So you're just going to look at the wall. You're just going to look at it and you expect it to move out your way. You want to go through the door. I'm trying to help somebody. You want to go through some door, but you're standing in front of the wall. And you like, I got faith that the wall gonna move. What? You got faith the wall gonna move. How about you move and go through the door? You ain't got to worry about the wall moving. Just move, shift, and go through the door. You're doing it too hard. So then you're looking at the wall and you're like, okay, how am I gonna do it? Let me bust the wall down. Why do you want to bust the wall down? You want to work hard. You want to sweat. You ain't got to do that. When God said, look, stop leaning to your own understanding. If you just shift and move, you'll see it's a door right there at the end of the hall. Come on, hello, what? But what happens is when you are anxious and you woo, right? You'll find yourself doing the foolish things, right? Because in your mind, you're not thinking. But you're leaning to your own understanding. But what I need you to understand is we serve a God of simplicity. He ain't trying to make it difficult for you. He's trying to make it simple for you. And for some of you, it is as simple as saving $100 a month. It's as simple as you waking up 2 hours earlier. It's as simple as you going to bed 2 hours later or 2 hours earlier. It is as simple as you cooking instead of going out to eat. It is as simple as you coming up with a strategic plan and following that plan because you spoke this over your life. You want to break through, you're going to have to do something different. And it's not in a praising your feet, but it's in a shifting in your feet. You have to do something different. Because if you continuously do the same thing, you're going to remain on the same level that you're on. You're going to remain on the same level. And you got to understand, if it was designed for you to remain on the same level, you would not still be having visions of you living in a different place. You would not still be having visions of your business being bigger than what it is. You would not still be having visions of a better lifestyle if it was meant for you to stay on the same level. Your visions is God's way of showing you haven't made it yet. you're going to have to do something different. And you're going to have to stop leaning to your own understanding. You're going to have to stop leaning to your own understanding, because what you think will make you great, what you think will change your living arrangement, that is not what's going to change it. I'm sorry. What you think is going to give you a better family, that is not what's going to do it. It's going to be something in which your understanding cannot comprehend at the moment. But the minute you get into a new position, somebody say new position, you will then inherit new understanding. And that understanding will be for where you're going. So you all, I just wanted to get on here, and I just wanted to be a blessing. I wanted to give somebody confirmation, transformation, and revelation. I wanted to be able to encourage you, because I know some of you are like, God, when is it going to happen? And God is saying, when are you going to stop leaning to your own understanding and trust me and get in position? You all, I am so excited about next month series, Raising the Bars. I am so excited about teaching that. Also, many of you know that next month I start the 20 women. If you feel like you are one of those women that are ready to win, you all, we are getting ready to go through a freedom process. We are about to be free from some things. I'm talking about free from some things. You got to start taking out time for you. You got to start taking out time for you. Anybody can make an excuse, I don't have time. You actually do have time. And I'm going to show you how you can have time to take out time for you. I'm going to show you different things. We're going to go through a whole process so that you can finally be free in your personal life. And it will actually be a blessing to you in your professional life. And so I'm looking for 20 women. I do have some women that have already enrolled, but it's only going to be 20 of you for the month of May and June. And so if you're one of those women and you're like, oh man, that's me, I just want you to put in the comment, I'm ready. And then I'm going to reach out to you, because I'm telling you now, this is going to be on a whole nother level. I truly thank God for what he's given me for this, because it's time that you really be free. It's time that you really be free so you can enjoy. And we're going to go over so many things. I'm going to be real. The truth will set you free. That's all I'm going to say. The truth will set you free, and it's going to allow you to really be free. But you all, I am super excited. If this is your first time tuning in, hashtag first time. If you would like to become a part of Increase Global Social Media Ministry, hashtag plug in. And if you would like to become a part of Increase Global in the Warner Robins, Georgia area, hashtag join. If you would like to sow into our ministry and this word tonight bless you, and you would like to help us toward our quad seed for the end of the year, or you would just like to be a blessing to our ministry for the expansion of our ministry, you can sow a seed at Cash App, Team Increase 2019, Cash App, Team Increase 2019, and then just put in the subject line, gigantic faith. And I thank all of you that have decided to sow and partner into our ministry. We can't do it without you. We are designed and created to win souls and save souls for the salvation, their salvation. Let me tell you something. You may know somebody right now who's going through. I believe that here at Increase, we can help them. We can help them, but you know them. We don't know them. But if you could get a connection between us, we can help them with our one-on-one sessions, whatever it may be. And you may be that person that's saying, I need somebody to talk to. I need somebody to pray with me. I have some personal things going on. That's why our one-on-one sessions are in place, because we want you to live that life that God has ordained for you. We are not designed to struggle. I'm going to say that we're not designed to struggle, but it's our actions and our certain understandings that have been imparted in us that will cause us to be in a place of struggle. Be in a place of struggle. It's not the enemy. No, it's not. It's our understanding of things. We're not designed to do that. We just have to make changes in our life to make a change in our lifestyle. We have to make changes in our life that will make a change in our lifestyle. So you all, I am Prophetess Tamara Bell. with Increase Global. And I pray that this bless you. I pray that it really, really did bless you. And again, if you haven't shared the video, share the video. If you haven't tagged 4 people after hearing this message, 4 people that you believe need to hear this message, go ahead and tag them. You all, I love you. I thank God for each and every one of you. And I pray blessings upon your life, increase upon your life, transformation upon your life, and deeper revelation and confirmation upon your life. And you walk in the place that God has for you. God bless.